When your job calls for using cleaning chemicals, it's important that you understand the proper handling of these products so that you may do your job safely and effectively. Before using any chemical products, you should receive appropriate training from your employer about the safe use of the products. In addition to your training, however, there are some important points you should keep in mind. The product label has all the pertinent information you need to use the product safely and effectively. The label will tell you what the product is used for. The directions will tell you how the product is to be used, including instructions on how to dilute the product with water if it's a concentrate. Always follow dilution directions and measure carefully. And never add anything unless it's called for on the label. The directions will also guide you in how the product should be applied, whether by spraying, wiping, or mopping. The label will tell you if the product needs some kind of agitation, such as scrubbing or brushing, and whether or not rinsing is required. The product label is your best source for important safety information. For your protection, chemical manufacturers provide warnings when there are hazards involved. The warnings you might encounter are caution, which is the least hazardous, warning, which indicates a more hazardous product, and danger, which means the product can be very hazardous if not used properly. Additionally, some solvent-type products will be labeled as combustible, flammable, or extremely flammable, indicating increasing degrees of flammability. These products should be used with great care and never around sparks or open flames. If warnings are present on the label, you'll also find a list of recommended safety equipment, such as gloves, goggles, or boots. You should know that your employer is required to furnish you with any necessary safety gear. Finally, the label lists recommended first aid procedures, as well as recommendations for storage, handling, and disposal. Often your employer will purchase concentrated products designed to be mixed with water and dispensed into secondary containers prior to use. It's very important that the secondary container is properly labeled. Identifying the type of product, any applicable hazard warnings, and listing recommended safety gear. OSHA regulations require your employer to furnish such labels for any hazardous materials. If you have concerns about using any hazardous materials, you can get more information on the product by consulting the Materials Safety Data Sheet that the chemical manufacturer provides with each product. The MSDS contains detailed information about the products, including ingredients, health hazards, first aid, physical data, spill response recommendations, and information about storage, transportation, and disposal. Your employer must keep an MSDS for every hazardous product on file and at your disposal. Now let's look at a chemical product safety checklist that will help keep you on the safe side. Before using any cleaning product, read the entire label. Then follow the directions given. If there is anything you don't understand, see your supervisor. If you want further safety information, consult the Materials Safety Data Sheet on file with your employer. If a cleaning product must be mixed with water, measure precisely. Don't try to beef up your cleaning solution. Follow the directions. Never mix 2 or more cleaning products together unless the label recommends it. Even ordinary household cleaners like ammonia and bleach can form a deadly gas when they are combined. Never try to use a product for any purposes other than those stated on the label. Always use the safety items recommended on the product label. Never use combustible or flammable products near sparks or flames. Never use a product from an unmarked container. When in doubt, consult your supervisor. In case of any accidents, such as spilling a chemical product on skin or clothing, even on the floor, don't delay. Take immediate action. Use recommended first aid procedures or spill response procedures. Finally, be sure that you observe general safety rules. Don't try to lift objects that are too heavy for you. Don't leave any objects where others may stumble or trip over them. Don't stack things in an unstable or unsafe manner. Keep your work area clean and uncluttered. Report any safety problems that you observe. Encourage your coworkers to be as safety conscious as you are. Your friends at Zepp Manufacturing Company want you to remember this. All cleaning products that are sold by reputable manufacturers can be used safely, as long as the label directions and precautions are read and followed. And don't forget that safety is everyone's business.